Blessed love. What's going on? How you guys doing tonight? Blessed love. What's going on? Hmm. Well, guys, as you know, you see the topic, and what the topic is: are you going and grow some food? What's your plan? Are you going and grow some food? Are you going and learn to grow some food? Or you're gonna just say whatever? What's your plan? So it's a question. Or you gonna grow some food? And if you don't want to grow some food, are you gonna try learn? Or you gonna try learn the skill of growing food? I think there becoming a time now where people gotta be skillful. And it's becoming a time where you will need to have multiple skill. So if you have the opportunity to learn a skill and figure out how you're gonna feed your family, your kids, is one skill I believe everyone should know growing up in their young days. Is how to grow food and how to feed their family. How to be a man, how to be a woman, if he's a man, or if he's a woman, how to be a woman. These are things you should know. By the time you get up as a little kids, there's things you should know. You should already know how to grow food. This is something. Hey, Archie, living life, how you doing? Give me a second, guys. Give me 1 second. Yes, growing up as a kid, whether it's a boy or a girl, I believe everyone should be. This is something should automatically take place. You should know how to provide for your family. This is something we should all know. It's not about just getting up and go and walk and go to work for people. Yes, you should know in case, because not everybody really into get up and up. You have people who want to do stuff for themselves. I'm doing pretty good. I'm doing pretty good. I now saw your video. I now saw your video. Amazing, 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 amazing. I'm so excited. Yes, guys, having there's a herb garden challenge and plant a garden TV The channel name is Planter Garden TV, where there's a lot of information about gardening, and we have a gardening challenge on that channel. You should definitely tune into that channel because there's a lot of information you could learn. Planter Garden TV. All right? Or you could put at PGTV. Yes. Yes, so I do believe that growing up as a kid, you should automatically, because there's places where growing up as a kid, that's something automatically. Let me see. I didn't know. I didn't know how to edit it. No, it's beautiful. It's beautiful. You didn't have to edit anything there. That's beautiful. You show what you're doing. That's it. You didn't have to edit nothing. And you see the amount of views you get already and comment in that space of time. Yes, people will be looking forward for your videos then. You are a good supporter and you support a lot of people. So yes, they will be coming and see your videos. Oh yes. Yes. So yes, guys. So what I'm saying is from growing up as a kid in a lot of places, you already know how to be a farmer. That's basically the first step. The first step is becoming a farmer. Know how to take care of animals, know how to grow your own food. Basically survival. You in different countries, you on survival mode from a very young age. Nothing come easy. You gotta work for everything you want. No, you know what I'm saying? So these skills was very important. And what used to happen to your parents used to always say, if you don't want to go to school, then you got to learn a trade. That's the thing. If you don't want to go to college, you don't want to go to school, then you should learn trades. You should figure out which trade you like and apply apply to that trade and learn that trade so you have something to live from because you got to live from your skills. So you don't want to go to school, you don't want to go to college. What is your backup plan? What are you planning to do? You have to do something because at the end of the day, you have to provide for your family. Even though you don't have kids, you don't have a family, you still got to provide for yourself. You still got to provide a shelter. You still got to provide food for yourself. So at the end of the day, you have to have some sort of skill or the other. You might not want to grow food, but there's other skill which food is important. That should be the first skill anyone want to learn, how to grow their own food. Instead of you got to depend, you basically got to depend on people to provide food for you. You basically got to depend on the trucks them to deliver your food to the supermarket. That's depending. So growing your own food will help you become self-sufficient. And self-sufficient basically meaning being independent. And that is a blessing. So always try to acquire some kind of skill or the other. Even though you go into school, you should still try to acquire some kind of skill. try to learn some kind of skill. If you go into college, you try to learn a skill, because sometimes you go to college and the job you qualify for, if you don't have no connection, you cannot get that job. You see? Then you have a family to take care of. What you gonna do? We need as many skills as possible. Yes, that's true. We do need as many skills as possible, because in case one, you could always turn to the other. I don't know how people see it, but the way I see it from my point of view, from my point of view, skills are very important. Even though, let me tell you how skills are very important. Sometimes you go to school for a certain skill, right? Say you go to school for carpentry. Say you go to school, say you go to school to be a carpenter, right? You go to school to be a carpenter. You know the job by the bookworks. You know the job because you study the job. But sometimes when you come out of school and actually you have the paperwork that shows you qualify for the job. But when you actually get on that job, you don't know what you're doing. You have it here, but you don't have it actually using your hands and do that job. I've seen that with my own eyes. And guess what? These people who have it here and not cannot use their hand and do it will make more money than you who can actually do it. You know why? Because they have the paperwork to prove I'm qualified for this job, but they actually cannot do it physically. Hey David, what's up, man? How you doing? What? No, we just having conversation, just reasoning. You know what I'm saying? Yes, I seen this with my own eyes. What's up, David? What's up? I seen this with my own eyes, where people comes out of school. You planted seed? All right. Well, we ain't see a video yet on the star. I'm seeing a lot of video posting up. I ain't see your video yet, brother. You ain't see OG living live video yet, David? OG already post our video up. All right. We're waiting on you, David. Yeah, so I see where people go to school for years studying certain skill, whatever skill. It might be plumbing, it might be carpentry, it might be mason, whatever it is. But you have some people who actually learn the trade by doing it physically. So they become pros. They become pros doing this job. But the people who went to school, the people who went to school, they know it here. They know it here, but not here. Then the skilled worker has to train the educate. Perfect. Oh, well said, OG Living Life. Well said. This is exactly what does be taking place. This is exactly what happening. When they come out from school, all they have is the paper, but they cannot do the work physically, but they know it here. And yes, the skilled worker have to train them. And when they train them, they get the position, they get higher position than them and making more money than them. This is how it goes, man. This is how it goes, and this is actually how it works. You actually doing it with your hands, so you know it ins and out. You know everything about this skill. You know everything about this trade. But here comes a guy who learned it from the book. And now you got to train him. And he come and making more money than you. And you on the job for years. But because you never went to school, you see how the thing is? You see how it really works? Because you didn't went to school. You ain't qualified to make that the amount of money that the person making who went to school. Even though you know the job and you got to teach them. This is how crazy it is, man. This is how crazy it is. This is why when you learn these skills, when you learn skill, you try to maybe start your own business. You know the work, you study, you go take the test, try get your license, and start your own business. So you learn these skills and start your own business. Yes, you know, you learn them and you talk, you start your own business. Because you will be there and people will just come and you got to train them. They're making more money than you, and you there for 15 years on that job. And then they qualify to be the supervisor. They more qualified to be the supervisor than you, even though you know the job ins and out. I seen it many times. I seen it many times. So you got to have a mindset of learning this skill. As soon as I finish and I learn this skill and I understand this skill, I'm going to start my own business. I'm going to start my own business. And from there, you just do what you got to do, whatever you require. You need a business license, you go and get your business license and push forward. Don't hold back yourself. You know, don't hold back yourself at all. Once you have the knowledge, you know, I see many people, I see many people come on jobs and they was basically helpers, right? These people was helpers. They wasn't like a trade person. They didn't know the trade, but they come as helpers. And these people come with goals and intention. Their thing is not to come there and work with you for 15 and 10, 20 years. Their thing is to come and learn the skill and go and start their business. And nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that. You go there, you work for some time. As soon as you feel you reach that place where you could handle yourself, then you start to get jobs that you know you can handle, that you know you can start and finish. Sometimes, especially when you're doing construction work, construction work is a real, it's a work that you got to know what you're doing. The rough work is okay, but when come on the finishing, when come on finishing, the finishing touch of that job, if you don't know how to do it, you have problem, and you mightn't get paid because you cannot bring that finishing. So make sure you know how to finish these jobs. Say, for instance, you're doing a bathroom. You doing a bathroom, or you doing floor? I'm just saying. Or you doing drywall? Say, for instance, you're doing these kind of job, but you can't finish. You doing a bathroom. When you're doing a bathroom, your tile work got to look as perfect. You got to basically say perfect. Because your tiles work, the tile work in the bathroom, if it ain't right, the bathroom look like mess. It doesn't matter how expensive your tub is. It doesn't matter how expensive your vanity is. It doesn't matter how expensive your shower is, how your toilet is. It doesn't matter. Finishing mess up many contracts. Yes, yes, definitely, that's true. That's true. They can do the actual work, but the finishing, they cannot do the finishing, and that's where the problem comes in. Because people is not gonna pay you and the job ain't finished. You can't take them to court because your job ain't finished. So when you're doing a bathroom, guys, when you're doing a bath, if you know you don't know how to do a bathroom, if you know you don't know how to do tiles work, neat and in a professional manner, it's best you don't take the job. Or it's best you go and look for someone who could do the finishing work for you. If you could find someone, then you could say, okay, I'm gonna take this job, right? But if you can't do finishing work, you're gonna have problem. Because when you're doing a bathroom, the tile have to be almost perfect and clean, perfect and clean. And the joint of the tiles got to be perfect as well. It got to be like perfect. Unless it didn't look as perfect, everything else look a mess. It doesn't matter how expensive the bathroom, the tub, and whatever is. The tile work will make everything look a mess. So when you're doing tile work, make sure you know what you're doing or have a good person who could finish. Any job you decide to take, you have to have a finisher. There's people who could do the rough work, but they can't do the finishing. But they could build a house, they could frame it up, they could do whatever. But when on the finishing touch, they can't do that. And that does cause a lot of problem. Because if somebody paying you an X amount of dollars to do a bathroom, and when they come in, the tile looking messy, and you know what too? Even the tile looking okay, and you could get away with it. When you grow in it, that's another part. That's another part. When you grow in the tile, you got to know what you're doing. The growth have to do right. Smooth, clean, and pretty. So when the person step in the bathroom, all they see is beauty. Not some ugly tile walk and some ugly joint walk. All they see is beauty. Yeah. So skill is very important, and it's good to be the master of any skill you choose. Because in times like today, where it's so hard to find people to work, especially people who know the work, skill, it's hard to find a finisher. It's difficult to find a finisher. Because if there's a finisher, that finisher want to be doing his own work. He don't want to work for you. He actually want to be doing his own work because he is a finisher. He could walk and actually finish the job. So it's hard to find finishers. And then some people find finishers and deal with them wrong. Some people find finishers and deal with them wrong. How they deal with them wrong? By don't want to pay them. Making money, but don't want to pay them. That's how some people mind messed up. And those see things in the long run. Because you have a finisher that could do finishing work for you, but at the same time, you're not treating them right. And when the finisher leave you now, then you're scrambling. So you got to know how to treat people, you know? So this is for the people out there who trying to do business and hiring people to work for them and don't understand how important these people you're hiring important to you. Because sometimes the job they're capable of doing, you yourself cannot do that job. You cannot do that job that these people are capable of doing, but yet you're not treating them right. This is how a lot of business fall to the ground. A lot of business start out and fall to the ground because some people just want to make all the money. You got to understand the value of skilled men and skilled women. You have to understand their value and deal with them accordingly because they're the ones who holding up your business. Because you can't do the work. Yes. Something they like to tell people, they like to say, oh, I could find another worker tomorrow. Yes, they could find another worker tomorrow, but not like you. You see what I'm saying? So once you as a skill man and you know what you're capable of doing, you know you're capable of finishing work, you know what you're capable of. Don't make nobody make you feel like you less than who you are because you are valuable. You could hold your own stand. So this is how I see it, guys. Sometimes a lot of people like to make you feel like you don't know what you're doing. And at the same time, is you the one holding their business up. You the one who have their business running, but they try to make you feel like you don't know what you're doing. Why? Because they feel you might ask for a razor pay. You might ask for a little more money. And they're not trying to do that. So what they do, make you feel like you don't know what you're doing. That's why when you learn these skills and you reach to a place where you could handle yourself, start your own business. Sometimes we got to start from small, but everybody start from small and grow into something. Once you want to do business, you got to understand, business have some certain rules that you got to understand. You got to understand people value, especially when you're coming from the ground. You got to understand the value of people. You got to understand, a lot of people look at it as, oh, I'm paying you. This is what they tell you. I'm the one paying you. But one thing they forget, or they forget, they know, but they mess with your mind. Oh, I'm paying you. But they forget is you walking. You're the one working for them to get paid. You see, but they try to flip it at you. Oh, I'm paying you. No, you ain't paying me. I'm working for me and you to get paid. So don't make it seems like you just paid me. No, I'm putting money in your pocket. People have to know their worth and demand respect. Yes, I agree with that. I agree with that. You see, some people mind is weak, right? And when people say certain thing, they just go with it. They just accept whatever people say. And a lot of people use that and mess with people's mind. But once you know your value and your worth, you should be able to ask for whatever price you're looking for, because you know, or start your own business. Look for a place and start your own business. You could start your own business from, say for instance, you as a plumber or you as a carpenter, whatever. You could start your business from being a handyman. Being a handyman could, meanwhile, you're getting little jobs and you're learning more and more and more all the time. Meanwhile, you're studying for your exam because now you want your license in whatever profession you take. So you get your license. Now, when you get your license, you could start asking for money because now you have your license. So don't sit back under people and let them deal with you a certain way. You have worth and you have value. And into the world we come into right now, the skill is very important. Because soon we're not gonna be the machine them, as I keep saying, the machine them is getting the jobs. So skill is important. People still need a house to live into. People still need repairing. Repairing need done. People still need a lot of things. So with this skill, it can help you. Okay? I just want to say that tonight, guys. I hope this can motivate someone. I appreciate you guys. If you go, whoever watching over this live, please you could leave a comment. Let me know what you think about this conversation. And guys, you could always let me know what kind of topic we can talk about. Okay? So I appreciate everyone. Thank you for being here. Thank you, OG Living Live. Thank you, David. I appreciate you guys for coming through. Thank you, guys. All right, so I'm going to end here tonight. Yes, brother, take care. Yes, I'm going to end here tonight. Peace, love, and blessing to you guys. Respect, all right? Take care, guys. All right, thank you, OG Living Life. Thank you, guys. You guys have a blessed and wonderful night, all right? Peace and love.